Okay, getting ready to do the daily love readings for kind of daily-ish. 22nd is today, so like 22nd through the 24th or so. Okay, so we're going to look at each sign briefly, just like little three-card spreads for love. So the energy for love for each sun sign. And we will be doing this shortly. Let me just shuffle a little bit here. I talk to myself. Sequentially for each sign. And use 3 cards for each sign. Sequentially 3 cards for each sign in order. 3 cards for each sign in order regarding love. Place your highest for those. Okay, there we go. Okay, and let me get my other handy deck for clarification if needed. All right, we're going to start with Aries. All right. Also, if anybody feels so inclined to do some time stamping for their sign as they watch, it's greatly appreciated. I don't always have the time to go through and do that afterwards, and especially not tonight. So if anybody feels like doing that, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let's get started. Aries. Okay, Aries, Chariot card. All right. 7 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. Okay, so definitely could have some fiery type energy going on around you. The thing is, the way I see this is if there was a lot of like in the recent past, like if things seem good and that sort of thing, but then all of a sudden they've sort of slowed down, maybe this is a little bit of a blocking energy. So you could be blocking them, maybe they're blocking you, or maybe somebody's just being a little bit defensive or not as forthcoming as they used to be. You could definitely be dealing with a Cancer also. Then I feel like that things will improve in the next like few days. So with the 3 of Wands here as your outcome, I feel like that's that could be. I mean, technically it could be like 3 weeks or something like that, but I feel like it'll be soon. Your romance angel says meditation brings answers. So I know that's not like I mean, it is an excellent piece of advice, but it's not really, like a matter of fact piece of advice, but go within. Meditation brings answers, and you might have some time, with this, or you may be blocking someone. Take that time, or they're blocking you. Take that time to kind of go deep within, and I feel like a good future is coming up for this. So in the at least in the short term, okay. How it goes from there, we'll have to just keep following and see. All right, Taurus. Taurus, you have the Strength card, you have the Knight of Pentacles, and you have the Queen of Wands. So let's see. With these 2 fiery cards, you could be dealing with a Leo with the Strength and Queen of Wands, but not, doesn't necessarily have to be. I think this is good. This seems like strong, good energy. Strength card. I think maybe before, if you were sort of kind of trying to tone it down and not be so excited about this, or maybe trying to play it cool or something like that. I feel like now, or if they were, I feel like somebody now is stepping up and kind of taking some action here, taking the lead. So I do feel like with this Knight of Pentacles, somebody may be asking you out on a date, or you may feel inspired to ask them out on a date. Someone, if you're a female watching this, someone thinks you are very attractive. Okay, so that's really nice. I think they see you as very interesting and so forth. So if you're a male, it's probably somebody else, or whatever gender, it doesn't matter. But I do have a female here, so whoever this is, someone finds you probably, or you find them quite attractive and interesting. I think somebody's going to step it up. So let's see. You guys have Recovery as your card. So with this Strength card here, this to me says, like, if things haven't been, now the Knight of Pentacles is slow, mind you. So even though it's a daily reading, the Knight of Pentacles is kind of slow. But I do feel like the situation is definitely like working towards where you want to go. Okay, especially with Recovery and Strength, I feel like somehow this is like kind of gaining some momentum. So that's the way I feel that works. So okay. Let's see. Some of you literally could be recovering too, and from something, and now feeling like, okay, now's the right time. Finally, I can ask them out because I'm over my cold. Okay, could be as simple as that. Okay, let's see. Taurus. So that was a Taurus. So we are on to Gemini. Yes, Gemini. All right. Ooh, okay. We have the Fool card. We have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Two of Cups. Okay, so that's pretty nice. Gemini. Okay, so the way I see this is possibly you could be in the energy in the next like day or two, something like that, of feeling like, man, I hope I didn't make a mistake, because it's sort of like the fool card kind of takes a leap of faith, or kind of actually acts like foolhardy, haphazardly, sometimes that can be in matters of love, since we're doing a love reading. With the Queen of Cups, I feel like you're sort of like down a little bit, during this time, like, not sure if you made the right decision, or not sure if you have the faith in this, and that kind of thing, really kind of being a little bit moody, in a sense. And that's okay, because whatever it is, I feel you'll come out of it fine, because you have the Two of Cups. So, if you're having any doubts or anything like that, I feel like with the Two of Cups, that's a really strong card, so I think that you guys will be communicating soon. You will at least connecting soon. You could be dealing with an Aries, possibly a Leo, because when I have the Two of Cups, I see the Lion. So let's see. We have communicate clearly. So with this card, that's your angel romance card, communicate clearly. So with this card, the thing about the Queen of Cups is she's not always the best communicator, because she's a little bit inside of her head, and sort of like sometimes too a little bit turning what is it? Turning mountains out of turning molehills out of mountains. I don't know, whatever that phrase is, like making things bigger than they really are sometimes, because they're so in their head that the more they think about it, then it expands. And so just, communicate clearly. That is the advice card for the romance angel for you guys, Gemini. But you do have the Two of Cups, so I do feel there is a good connection there. Okay, let's see, Gemini. Cancer. Ooh, the Tower card. Shall I continue? You want me to quit? No? All right. We'll venture forth. Ooh. Oh, shit. All right. See, I hate it when I do that. I'm like laughing and giggling, and then it's like a bad card. Oh, okay. All right. Ace of Swords we end up with. All right. So, Tower card. Let me go ahead and see what your romance advice is. Forgiveness. Okay. Awesome. Okay, because we have two pretty lousy cards here, but we end up on a good victory card. All right. So the Tower card with the Five of Pentacles is what I have first off. So that's not a good Tower moment. Those are the sucky Tower moments, and I'm sorry if anybody's going through that, because this is tough energy. So, but I feel this is a daily reading of like a couple days energy, so I feel it will pass soon because of your outcome card. So I don't think you're going to be down in the dumps for long. This could be a separation, like a very shocking kind of argument, separation, something like that. With the Ace of Swords, though, the thing is, it's like, I'm not saying like everything's going to mend itself in a couple days and all is golden, in that sense. And it may, because it is a victory card. But most importantly, for your sign, it's a sign of truth and sticking to your truth, holding your own personal power of truth in this situation. Okay. Now, forgiveness is here. So I don't know if that's, you need to forgive someone, they will be forgiving you, however that works. It could, be both of you, in this situation, whatever the situation is. Forgiveness is on hand. You do have the Ace of Swords. I feel this will, definitely at least clarify a lot of things for you. And unfortunately, when we have the Tower, it sometimes it doesn't feel good, but it has to happen, kind of thing, in order to get to this. Okay. All right. So that's for Cancers. Let's see. Leo. No. Yeah. June, July. Oh, yep. Leo. You have the Nine of Wands, the Hanged Man. Uh-oh. This doesn't look fun. King of Wands. Okay, cool. All right. So the Nine of Wands, kind of in the recent past. So the Nine of Wands to me is always, that person who has just been put to the test, been put through the ringer. It's like, oh my God, it's like no more. that sort of energy. They've been hurt. But they're tough. They're tough. They have big hearts. They continue on because they do have a passion. For things. It's been tough. That's just the energy it is. Now you have the Hanged Man. Now there's a couple different ways of looking at this card. The Hanged Man in, a couple day energy probably just means things, between you and your loved person that you're, with here. Um, Things really aren't, they're kind of stagnant, they're not moving. Maybe there's been some hurts and things like that, and they're not really going forward, they're not really going backward, they're just kind of in limbo. All right. But the other aspect to the Hanged Man is that sometimes it's about looking at things from a completely different perspective. So, as you can see, this person is like hanging upside down, and then bam, oh, now that they're looking at things this way, they have this like glowing inspiration and can kind of see things from a different way. Um, and I kind of feel like it's a little bit more of that because you have the King of Wands here. So the King of Wands is probably you. Okay, king, queen, doesn't matter. I'm just assuming, with the fire energy here, this is you. So with the King of Wands, I feel like this is it's an action card, but it's weird. It's like an inertia though. It's not springing into action and doing a whole bunch of things about it. It's sort of creatively figuring out a way how to mend this energy. That, and I feel like you do because of this different perspective, and with the King of Wands there, that's a king is very good. You have the card improving health. Okay. So the other thing is too, sometimes the Nine of Wands literally can mean health type toll, a little bit. Now it's in the recent past, so I'm not saying that's coming up for you. This would have already like kind of happened. The Nine of Wands can be kind of being down for the count a little bit. So if that's the case, this may be too, that maybe you have, since you were kind of maybe down for the count, you've had some sort of an enlightened perspective on things regarding love, and now you're the King of Wands. So like you're in control of your passion. See, the thing is here, I'm sorry to talk so long on this, but the Nine of Wands back here is like all of the passions that this guy has, and it's like they kind of didn't work out. It's like that's why he's like kind of battered and bruised, because he put so much effort into all this. But now he just holds one wand, and he's looking and he's thinking, I need to simplify. So that's what the King of Wands is. He's simplified his passion, and now he's a king. So, it's really, really good cards. Improving health, very good. So that you can take that to mean your relationship health, or, maybe your physical health was affecting your relationship. Either way, it's getting there. All right. Okay. Virgo. Virgo, you have the Sun card. Ooh, interesting. The Death card, and the Five of Wands. Okay, so we have Leo and Scorpio featured here, but I don't think it's so much about that. I mean, it could be, that's fine. I think with this is, the Sun card is in the kind of like recent past. All right. So for some reason, I think things right now, they were like kind of fulfilling and happy and felt kind of vibrant and new, but it seems like there's like some sort of transition going on right now, and it's taking like a turn of more deep, more heavy type energy to the relationship, not so light and fun, and turning to a much more deeper type relationship. However, with the Five of Wands, this could cause a little little confusion, between you guys. It's a little bit of saying a lot of things, but like no real truths are being spoken. So it just leaves you both kind of confused kind of energy. It can be arguing also. So it can be a little bit of an argumentative card, that type of energy. Let's see what your romance angel is. Okay, awesome. Peaceful resolution. Okay, so that's the advice card, peaceful resolution. So this isn't really like peaceful. This is more like, it can be like at each other's throats, or it can just be, like I said, confusing type communications and things like that, things that aren't very clear. So the advice card is peaceful resolution. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that there for you guys for a go. Libra. Libra has the Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, Three of Swords. Dang it. Oh, 10 of Cups. Okay. Well, let me see what your... Okay, here's your angel. Actually, before I give you your angel card, I'm going to hang off on that for a second. Okay, So the Ace of Pentacles. So some sort of something occurred here in the recent past, like you were asked out, or like you really like saw some sort of possibility in a relationship or some sort of stable type interest, something like that. Or that could have been a gift, anything, with the Ace of Pentacles. It's something new, something fresh. Maybe took a while, like maybe this was somebody you had your eye on for a while and it took a while to get them to, come around. But you have the Three of Swords right here with the Ten of Cups. So this could go a couple different ways. It's a little tough. When I see the Ten of Cups, to me, that's a card of marriage, of a family. And when I see the card of Three of Swords, that can mean, with the three swords, it can be like a betrayal. So it can be a betrayal to the family. So this person could be married, that you're dealing with. That's possible. And this could be that, you found that out. And so you're, a little bit, feeling a bit betrayed or sad, that kind of energy. Or, if you're not involved in a third party situation, if no one's married in the situation, then I feel like whatever this is, this will pass. And with the Ten of Cups, this is a card of emotional fulfillment. Okay. So if you are not involved with a married, like if you're married, that's great. That's what that will mean. But if you're not involved with someone who's married or, like a third party situation, then I feel like this is some heartbreak probably over that situation. So it might not be going well right now, but this was a couple day energy. Okay. Now for your romance angel card advice. Okay. Why don't you, because of the type of question that is, why don't you ask a like a yes or no type question? Go ahead and pause the video and think of a question that you would like to ask, and then I will hold up the answer. So go ahead and pause the video now because I'm going to hold it up. Okay. So the answer is yes. So if that helps in any way, the answer is yes. Okay. All right. So that was for Libra. So we are on to Scorpio, the Emperor. Shocking. 10 of Wands. What, controlling? No. Ooh, 4 of Wands. Okay. All right. Okay. The Emperor, again, kind of one of my marriage cards here. And we do have a 4 of Wands. Let me see what your angel advice card is. Ooh, okay. All right. That's good. Opportunity is your card. So that's like your romance angel card. So, this could be possibly you taking, the lead, the role, something like that. Or you might have somebody very, powerful in your life. That can be too. If your significant other is an emperor, they kind of, they know how to take control. They could be an Aries, possibly a Taurus. They take the bull by the horns type of personality. If so, then with the 10 of Wands in the center, I feel like right now, it's like these last, because it's a couple day reading, like these couple of days are going to feel sort of like typical Scorpio days, where it's like, ugh, am I ever going to see the light? That kind of thing, just that kind of typical energy that a Scorpio, may feel. However, with your outcome card of the 4 of Wands, wow, you have 2 4s flanking too. So that's cool. Change. There's lots of change going on. So with the 4 of Wands, also the 1111 card, I feel like this is some sort of opportunity here that your significant other, or if this is you, if you are the Emperor, whoever, is sort of putting into place. Okay. With the 10 of Wands, it's like you're almost there, but not quite, and this person can't quite see like what's ahead of them yet. But man, they've been working hard, backbreaking type work, right? So with the 4 of Wands, though, I feel like there's like this opportunity. All right. So, and this could be a piece of real estate for you guys. It could be maybe you've been shopping for a home, or perhaps, this is also, my wedding card, something like that. I feel like there's good news ahead for you, and especially with the opportunity card. So if you're, your other person has been maybe sort of heavy-handed lately, or sort of just seems like they're very by the book and organizing a lot of things, and maybe that sort of type deal. The Emperor can sometimes take control of things, which might be a little hard for a Scorpio, but if they are, that probably is why, or this is you, like I said, taking control, and not being able to see that there is, a cleared path ahead in this next couple days, but there is. Okay. All right. Let's see. Sagittarius. Ace of Wands, Six of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. Wow, all wands. So this could be your energy, very fiery, passionate, that sort of thing, or maybe another fire sign. So with the Ace of Wands, probably something has just recently started for you guys. If you have been together for a long time, then there's some sort of like new opportunity or something that's come up for you guys that just feels like more passion and things like that. But typically the Ace of Wands to me is sort of a new start. With the Six of Wands too, I think this has you feeling like very, like you have a lot of swagger, like it's put something back in your step, you feel pretty good, that sort of energy with the Six of Wands. It's also a card of being admired. So somebody could really be, gushing over you or really admiring you. And that is a nice card. So the outcome card with the Knight of Wands. Let me look at your, okay. Your advice card is no need to worry. Okay. The Knight of Wands doesn't really fit in with that. So that might be a separate advice. And wow, look at that. That Cauldron of Fire is on this card too. So much fire. There's a lot of passion here. The Knight of Wands sometimes is, there's a couple things with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands can be very active about what they want. All right. It's like, go and get it. Like, that's what this could be saying. Go and get what you want. With the Ace of Wands, the Six of Wands, you will be victorious. And, the Knight of Wands just goes in and gets it. Right. So it could be telling you that. Like if you're afraid to ask someone out, this is saying no need to worry. If not, the other thing, the Knight of Wands is sort of a little bit, has the reputation of not being the most committable knight of the tarot. So if that's the case, maybe that is your advice card too. No need to worry, because it's not always that way. I mean, it's not like the Knight of Wands is always going to stay that way. Eventually, like, people all, evolve. So, give this one a shot. Maybe they will be, worth it. But I tend to think it's more about being active, about going and seeking out what it is, like if there's somebody you're interested in. Okay, let's see. Sagittarius. Capricorn, right? Capricorn. Oh, Capricorn has Eight of Swords, Two of Wands. Okay, things improving. And the Hierophant. Okay. So I think with this combination, the Eight of Swords is in the recent past. So it's a pretty crummy card, for the most part. It's sort of like feeling trapped, feeling a little bound. Yeah, Capricorn. No. Feeling a little just, I don't know, things just aren't, like you don't feel freed, and you don't know what to do. It's like, it's just an energy of like, not knowing what to do. And there may be 50 million options out there, but you can't seem to like find like what the right one is to do about this situation. With the Two of Wands though, that's in the current position. So I feel like the Two of Wands is a good card to have here because it's a strong card, and it's sort of looking back onto that, but then being able to see the future now. So it's like somehow you've made it through that kind of trapped feeling, and I feel like you've grabbed an option now. Like you kind of know what you want, and you're sort of setting your sights on it for the future. Now you have the Hierophant, so that could be a Taurus, or the Hierophant is a card of traditional or committed type relationships, okay, marriages, things like that. The other thing is sometimes in rare occasions, this is an extremely metaphysical card. So, it could be that that's kind of what you want to focus on. You just want to focus on your, religious practice or your spirituality or something like that. But typically, the way I see this, did I pull your, no, I didn't. Let me pull your Romance Angel card. Okay, the card is in the near future. That is your card in the near future. Romance Angel advice there. So mostly, I just see this as what felt like was like an impossible, stagnant, trapped kind of situation. You have hope, and you're trying to simplify your plan. And with the Hierophant, I feel like either you're being like blessed, and because of your decision, that is a good decision that you have made, or it has something to do with your marriage. Being a strong, committed type couple too. All right. So that is for Capricorn. Let's see. Are we on Aquarius? Yes, Aquarius, right? Yes. Okay. Aquarius, you have the Two of Swords, the Star card, your card. Are you your own dream, Aquarius? Are you your own wish? All right. Let's see. And the Judgment card. Okay. So the Two of Swords is sort of about trying to keep the peace, or being at a crossroads. Okay, it's in your recent past. So it's also a lot of inner reflection, things like that. Just trying to keep the peace within yourself because you are at some sort of crossroads. Okay. Now with the Star card, I mean, it's possible you're involved with another Aquarius. Oh my God, an Aquarius relationship. Could you imagine? Actually, that'd be kind of awesome. All right. That is possible. The Star card, though, I think that's your card within the next couple days. So I feel like this is you sort of coming into your own or getting wish fulfillment in some way, because the Star card is also about a wish fulfillment type card. It's also it's about balance. You have two cards here that are very much about balance and peace and kind of serenity, that sort of thing. So I do like that. I think that, I don't see any turmoil for you guys. Now, you do have the Judgment card as your outcome card. So there's a few different things for the Judgment card. The Judgment card can sometimes mean like a rebirth of something, reconciliation, if that's, something that you're hoping for. It's also, a card of using your, highest judgment. So let's see what your romance angel is. Okay, your romance angel is the situation will improve. Okay, so if you feel like, this sort of crossroads, type energy still, I feel like, by you taking control of that and trying to keep balance, within your life, I feel like the situation will improve as long as, the highest judgment is used in this scenario. Okay. And like I said, can be a reconciliation card. Okay, let's see. Pisces. Ooh, Pisces. Uh-oh. Well, that's the recent past. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Good card, good card. Okay, all right. So Pisces, pretty tough energy here. Okay. All right. So remember, this is a couple day reading, so I don't know if this is like forever or what, although it's pretty strong. All right. So we have the Ten of Swords in the recent past. So this would be for a Pisces watching this who has recently like gone through an ending. Okay. If you have not done that, then that's not like coming in the next 2 days. All right. This is for the Pisces who has recently gone through an ending with the Ten of Swords. Okay. Next card, Five of Cups, the natural card to follow the Ten of Swords, because it's a card of emotions being spilled, kind of feeling down about things. Sometimes it can be a card of like regrets or remorse, but mostly it's just a card of being sad. And it's a natural progression from the Ten of Swords to go to that. It's a very common card, but it is a tough energy. But it is a 5, it changes, okay, and fairly quickly, that type of energy. Now your next card is the World card. So that's why I say this is a couple day energy, all right? But the World card is a bit of a finality type. When I see these two, I mean, that's kind of, it's kind of ending type energy, because the World card is about the end of a powerful and long cycle, all right? And the beginning, the opening up of a new one. And we may not want that, we may and we may not, but it's almost, I would say 99.9% always, for a higher reason. Okay, probably 100%, but hey, I had to throw that, 99.9 just in case. But I believe that it is always. I mean, because sometimes things, they're tough, but they got to go. So again, this could just be for a couple days. But when I see the World card and the Ten of Swords, I kind of feel like this does have some sticking power. Now, right now for your angel oracle advice, why don't you go ahead and think of a question. Think of a yes or no type question. And, give yourself a minute, pause the video right now because I'm going to flip over the card. So think about, the loved one that you are thinking of and think of a yes or no type of question. And I will pull the angel oracle card right now. So the answer is yes. Okay, so I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I hope it's of some use and of some help for Pisces out there. Okay, I made it through all the signs, right? Damn, it just feels like I skipped somebody. I hope not. Huh. Okay, all right. Well, thanks guys, and I'll be back soon in a couple days with the rest of these. All right, thanks, and enjoy your next couple days. All right, bye.